is dropped on a convo of a bevy of Africans, and their president will be at the center of gross aspersions for either their opulence or economic mismanagement. Well, stick around for 2 decades later and see how those same youth will ransack their country's worth. It goes then without saying that African youth need an idea change. Great thinkers of unrelenting equanimity to start thinking as producers, not consumers. In today's special episode on Black Excellence, we start with Mr. Gloire Konga of Congo, CEO of MindChallengingHub, an ideal platform to create entrepreneurs for African millennials. Stay tuned, we will be right back.
When you woke up in the morning, iPhone or phone, they're going to send you a message. Please, tonight you have to update your phone. And they said that you update your phone. We need also to update our skills, our knowledge, our information. This is how we improve
Welcome, Sir Glory, to the Black Student African Rising channel.
Thank you so much, Ben Carson, for having me.
Thank you. You're welcome. Just feel free. This is the Pan-African channel. And man, I love your suit.
Thank you. Thank you so much. So as you said, I'm Gloire Konga from, so actually Glory is my English name. My name in French is Gloire. Gloire in English, glory. So I'm Gloire Konga from the Democratic Republic of Congo. I actually living here in China, in Guangzhou. I came here 10 years ago as a student here in China. So I'm a public speaker. Personal, like a public speaker. I'm a author. I'm an entrepreneur. So many things.
Yeah, a bunch of so many talents.
Yeah, sure. And I'm a holder of civil engineering bachelor degree. Also master degree in management engineering here in China. So despite of this qualification, I've been through different programs, certificates in United States University and on different program in China here. So currently we are working in the Mind Challenging projects, just as you introduced, and I think we will have time to talk
about that. Wow. That's great. You've been in China for quite a while now. You have a master's in civil engineering, bachelor in civil engineering and master's in management. He's a public speaker. Now let's dive right into the meat of today's conversation. I bumped into you through MindChallengingHub, and I've seen some of the programs you've been, organizing. Literally, the last one that you organized was about, I think, dealing with mental stress and all that, if I recall. What is MindChallengingHub? Is it like a medical facility, or what is it? What program are you running?
Oh, thank you so much for this question, Ben. MindChallengingHub is a platform. First of all, we are a platform of African nationals, which aims to connecting, providing exchanges and reinforcement, empowerment to our people. So basically in the MindChallengingHub, you can keep it with you, three words: connect, exchange, and reinforce. So when we put people together in the MindChallengingHub, we have to take people from different parts of the world, providing opportunities to them. You see, as people come together, nobody can tell what can come next to it. So after providing those exchanges, we want to reinforce the capacity of people, especially for the business communities. Most of people, when they do businesses, they want to focus on making money. They don't have time to go to empower themselves, to add some value, skills on themselves. That's why in our reinforcement sessions, we focus mainly on 5 master classes in entrepreneurship, in leadership, in communication, in personal development, and in leadership or management as well. So these are the basic skills that we call actually the very important skills that despite regardless of your industry, your qualification, you need those skills to live actually and to be effective. So in the Mind Challenging Hub, as we put people together, we want to challenge them to think different and to be the agents of change in their communities.
It sounds like something that every African, especially those that are trying to enter into business and entrepreneurship, should get hooked up to. It's like your all-time master class put together for free, something like that. Or is there something like a fee, or do you organize these sessions for, or something like that? What activities do you organize in Mind Challenging Hub?
So as you know, the purpose of each social entrepreneur is not, first of all, to get benefits, but to make sure that we reach the goals, we create the change in our environments. By the way, the money is only the main, or let's say the way that we use to achieve our goals. So in most of time we will go for paying a little bit of money. I think it's really small money compared to the values of information that people get from our session. And many times also, because we are working with some sponsor who are willing to support us, we just open the door for our guests so that they can come for free, to be inspired, to get connection, networking, and to be reinforced in their skills.
I can't say much. I can't say so much what I want to actually express. It look like something like a stint in time, you know, something that we really need, because while the world is making millionaires through entrepreneurs all over, it looks like Africa, we are more like training ourselves to just be petty traders or just consumers. And I think we need these things right from the start. When entrepreneurship is beginning, we need some of these things, more like a guidance, like a coaching thing, to groom, future African millionaires and billionaires. So thank you. How long has this hub been in operation? Who are some of the business people that you've been associated with in terms of your programs, organization? And you made mention of sponsorship. How do you get some of these sponsorships, and who have been some of your previous or current sponsors that you have?
Great. Yeah, this is a very great question. The Mind Challenging Hub started last year on September 2021. So we are moving to our first year as a platform. By the way, so far our guests and sponsors has been some company in different way, many companies here in Guangzhou, African company, some of European as well, and Asian company, Chinese company as well. So they have been so supportive to our projects, and we work together with them on this relationship of partnership, and the doors are still open for every person, every companies, every people who are interested in working with us. So there is no limitation in which category industry that we receive as our sponsor. So everyone, any kind of a company in different skills, in different industries, are welcome to partner, to work together with us, as we work in not only to make money, but we work to challenge the mind of people and to be the change that we wish to see in the society. So if that is your move, please, you are welcome to.
You're welcome to Mind Challenging Hub, the hub that is grooming and challenging minds to be very impactful. Thank you, sir. Let's move on to, you made mention it started last year. That is like the pandemic. It started through the pandemic, and you've been in for a year. How has this pandemic actually impacted your operations in terms of what some of the activities you plan to maybe do and what you've been able to do so far? And let me even add this one. Do you think maybe if Mind Challenging Hub had actually sprung up from a different country in terms of, look at the COVID, restrictions and all here, do you think maybe you would have been maybe some miles away in terms of your goals and all that? How has the pandemic actually
So these
impacted your
have been three
activities?
questions in one. So let me start with the first one, how the pandemic has affected our activities. Yeah, of course, we have been affected by the pandemic. By the way, Bert Carson, living in China, I've learned to see opportunities from the crisis. As you know, in Chinese language, when we talk about crisis, is a combination of two concepts. In Chinese, when we say crisis, we say weizi in Chinese. Crisis is weizi. So these are some lessons of Chinese languages for our
audience
watching this program. So in Chinese, when we say about wei, the first radical from that weizi, it's danger. It's the concept we call weixian. It's danger.
Danger.
When we talk about ji hui, opportunity,
chance,
opportunity. For Chinese, when you look at any crisis, beyond that danger, there is an opportunities. So living in that kind of understanding, we are not actually being limited. We are not giving ourselves to limitation at this time of pandemic. We are always with this powerful, great team in the MindChallengingHub, find the way to see opportunities from this crisis, because the world is moving. Let me tell you something, Ben Carson. I've been really amazed to see that at this moment of the pandemic, there is a guy, an American guy, Elon Musk. Some people who know him. He became like the wealthiest person on earth at this moment of the pandemic. So if you can just figure out it, you will see that when some other people are crying, are weeping,
others are laughing.
Others are laughing. So let's move. Let's see the opportunities. So this pandemic, for true, it has affected us, but we are moving. We have to move. Of course, we have to move. I think regardless of the location, every country, every community need a MindChallengingHub, because we are dealing with the mindsets. We are dealing with the mindset of people. I think in this way that no matter the location, they will welcome a MindChallengingHub, and the services that we provide will be very helpful for people in different parts of the world. So that's why even in our vision, we start in China, in Guangzhou here, but we are seeing ourselves in 5 years, in 10 years, moving to different parts of the world. So in every African country, starting from our own mainland to make the motherland, our own motherland, to make this move, and also to have opportunities, even for people who are outside, to have opportunity to access online the master classes. We are working to set it online. So even though you are in Djibouti, even though you are in Jamaica, you can access and you will be challenged for sure.
Wow. So it means you are trying to actually put all these things more like an online. Are you working on an app, a website or something? Or is just going to be maybe, how's it going to be?
There's not many projects, there's only many projects going on. So at this part of our beginning, we are focusing mainly in the communities here in China. And then we will move to Africa and every side of the world. So that will be an app, that will be a website. So in different way. So at that time, I think we will come back to discuss more about those features for our program.
All right. Amazing. This has been an amazing conversation. You are still listening to Sir Glory, and my name is Bekwe Bernard Boma. This is the Black Switch Unite Africa Rising channel. We want to talk about Africa's progress. What should Africans start doing and start thinking about in order to see a different Africa? We've been talking about this and lambasting our leaders and talking about all these things, and for quite some time now. Well, Africa is not all that gloomy, but I think we also have to face reality to create future millionaires and billionaires that can actually impact the continent from their deep pockets. And we are speaking to the CEO of MindChallengingHub, a hub, I would say, that is incubating the future minds of Africa. So Gloria is here with us, and we've spoken about the beginning, the concept, and everything that you are doing, trying to groom African entrepreneurs and Black, I would say, entrepreneurs. And now we are going to get back to our conversation. So Gloria, now the future of Mind Challenging Hub, like you said in your previous comment, what do you see for this hub in, let's say, the next 5-10 years to come? Where are we? Where should we project it to be?
Yeah. I'm projecting the Mind Challenging Hub in the 10 years into every African countries. Start coming from Africa, both of us, we see the realities, we see the challenges that we face. And then I think the problem is not the challenges of where you are. The problem is the mindset. You need the right mindset. The mindset of possibilities, the mindset of being the change that you wish to see in the society. So in Africa, most of people have been focusing on talking about politicians, talking about the negative of things that we are seeing in our continent. By the way, the future of the Mind Challenging Hub is all about inspiring young people. I think it's very important to create a culture, Ben Carson. We need that culture of role models, of mentors, of achievers, of possibilities, of a groundbreaker, of those people who think different, who turn challenges into possibilities. So in our future, we want to have in every country in Africa, a hub with this same spirit of the Mind Challenging Hub, where young people coming together, not to dance, not to joke, not to complain, but to think together. Look, we face this problem in our society. How can we turn this problem into possibilities? I think we can do it, and this is what the Mind Challenging Hub has pursuing as a vision. By the way, talking about this is not for some people. They will say that, oh, look at these dreamers. They are only dreaming, and this cannot become possible. In 2019, I have a chance to visit South Korea. I visited South Korea. There, I took time to learn a little bit about their stories. South Korea, they don't have natural resources. They are not wealthiest as we are in Africa. In South Korea, they faced different kind of war in their history. But today, South Korea is among the top 15 wealthiest countries. And do you know what they did to turn those challenges into possibilities? Because they transform their human resources into their
natural resources.
Of progress, natural resources. How? Because they emphasize in education. They emphasize on educating their people. But in another language, they emphasize on changing the mindsets of people to start thinking differently, to start seeing things in different way. So this is actually where we are trying to move with this idea, with these projects, with this program of the Mind Challenging Hub in every country, not only in Africa, in Asia. I think in South America, they need those skills. They need this inspiration. They need this project to turn their challenges into opportunities. And I like a Chinese guy who say that actually we African, we have to laugh. We have to be happy when we are seeing crisis. You know why? Because crises are opportunities. So we want just to turn those things to make it possible. This is our
Wow.
this is
I
our
think
future.
it's right that you actually put our audience in the mood that you are a public speaker, because right now my mind is just so blown and I wish you could keep going and keep going without even ending. Thank you so much for this idea and for this mentality. That's what I think Africa needs. It's not that we don't have resources. It's not that we don't have the men. I think it's just a matter of an idea and mentality change. Speaking about turning challenges into opportunities, I think one of my, should I say, my mentors in this project that I've begun, Wadamaya, who is more like Mr. Ghana baby, the star of Africa, who is showing Africa to the world, just made a recent, documentary episode about these two Ghanaians who have turned one of the challenges of the Ghanaian hospitals into an opportunity. And now those guys are everywhere. I think, there were this crisis of mothers who go and deliver their babies, and some of the babies will be laid on the floor because there weren't enough beds for the babies. These guys just out of nowhere came and made, these bunk beds that we have in our high schools. They sort of made a modern one for the babies. So it's more like a bunk bed, a story of beds, man. It's interesting. And then looking at it, you think it's a very simple ideology, but why didn't anybody think about that? And I think this is what we have to start thinking about African solutions, just like Patrick Lumumba will say, Piolo Lumumba, one of the greatest men I also admire.
Yeah.
We should start thinking create and generate African solutions to our African problems. In ending, I think we've taken a lot of your time already. In ending, this is more like another way to transform our African continent. And you spoke about a mentality change. And if Africans are known for something, in the past, we hope it changed. And I think it's all part of the mentality change. It's about not really supporting our own. That is one thing that we really hope, a canker that we really hope it will change. What would you need from the African diaspora? Let's begin even from those in China, in terms of, helping, supporting the hub and promoting it, to let us see it in every country, as you said it. If an African, maybe a diaspora, someone anywhere, especially those in China, are listening to us right now, what will be your message to them in terms of what role you want them to play in this hub you began?
This is very powerful. Thank you again for this remark. It just was very powerful, just as you said, with the Ghanaian idea to transform hospitals. I think wherever we are, we can make the change and we can become the agent of change. And especially for African diaspora in China or somewhere in the world, I would say, as you really nail it very clearly, we need to support each other's.
Yes.
And also we need to believe in ourselves.
Yeah.
We need to believe in ourselves, in our abilities, in our capacities to bring about change. And this reminds me actually at some of the experience that we faced in the beginning of these projects. You see, African, we live in some kind of routine, which puts us into a position when you face a new ideas, people are not open-minded to receive a new idea, to think differently. So most of the time in our people mindsets, it takes too long time to adapt themselves into change. I think this is very important for us to be successful and for us to make a real impact that we wish to have in this world, especially knowing that living in China more than 10 years ago, I realized that at the end of the day, they don't see you for others people, they don't see you as an individual person. They see you
as a country and a continent.
As a continent.
As a race.
The wealth of our continent is all about the sum of a wealth of each African person. That's why I really like this sentences, a quote by an anonymous person which said, each of us need all of us. And it takes all of us for each of us to be successful. Let's think about it.
Yeah.
Each of us need all of us.
Yeah.
And it takes all of us for each of us to be successful. At the end of the day, it's not about you, it's about us. So thinking in this way, we have to support each other's.
Yes.
We have to believe in each other's. We have to love each other's, and we have to make that Africa proud of having us. That is
the man I call Glory, and he has shared his experience, and most importantly, the hub that he has set up to incubate African entrepreneurs. And he has just spoken about the spirit of Ubuntu, togetherness. Yeah, I am because you are, and you are because we are. I think we are going to end here, sadly, but I'm sure a lot of people want more. And subsequently, I think we'll get him most of the time when he's free. We had to squeeze him in here because he's a very busy man, I know. So you try and also get him more on this channel. Before he goes, please, is there any immediate upcoming program, this challenging hubs? And I think you were talking about sometimes some people have to, in terms of maybe booking, ticket and all that.
So we are on Facebook. You go to Facebook, you search MindChallengingHub. You can subscribe to our accounts. Most of the time we post some videos, some program events that we organize. You can also go to our website, www.mindchallenginghub.com. You find all the information concerning us. And for our events, our program on Saturday, 26th of this month, we are in a great workshop conference with students here in Guangzhou. The topic that we will discuss about is about the challenges that most international students in China face, and the strategies to overcome them. So on board, we will have a very interesting, very successful young African. They are PhD here, they work here. So they will talk about their experiences. And we want to create, as I said, as an emphasis on the importance of getting education. I think education is the indeed most important weapon to change the world. So this is coming on Saturday, 26th. As African, we need to educate ourselves. We need to work hard, and we need also to see the world in the right direction. So be there. I think after this program, you will have the post about this conference. If you are in China, please, you can participate if you are in Guangzhou. Online, the program also will be available. You need to subscribe on time, and you'll find every details on this poster.
Yeah, we are going to actually put the links, and for those in China, the WeChat account and all subscription account, and you can get it right on your screen or in the description box. Just get it, hook up, subscribe to their Facebook account, Instagram and all, to be updated with what's going on with the Mind Challenging Hub. Well, for now we say it is cooking in China, but we serve it all around the world. We have just spoken to Sir Glory. My name is Bernard Boma. This is the Black Switch Night Africa Rising channel, and you just heard about Mind Challenging Hub. Until then, see you when we see you.